CBDCs Explained. Episode 2, China's Digital Yuan versus the World, the Global CBDC Race. What if the money of the future wasn't designed in Washington, London, or Frankfurt but in Beijing? The race for Central Bank Digital Currencies, or CBDCs, is heating up, and China's Digital Yuan has taken the lead. Today, we'll explore how China's head start is reshaping global finance, how the rest of the world is reacting, and why this battle could define the future of money. China's head start. China began developing its CBDC, the e-CNY, back in 2014. The official pilot started in 2020, and since then, it has expanded rapidly. By early 2022, more than 260 million people had tested the digital yuan. Pilot programs now cover 26 cities, including Beijing, Shenzhen, and Suzhou. It was showcased to the world during the 2022 Winter Olympics, where athletes and foreign visitors could use it for daily payments. Why is China pushing so hard? Control. Unlike Bitcoin or private apps, the digital yuan is fully centralized. The People's Bank of China can track flows, set rules, and even program money for specific uses. Competition. Today, Chinese payments are dominated by Alipay and WeChat Pay. The government wants a system where it doesn't rely on private tech giants. Geopolitics. By creating an alternative to the US dollar for trade, China could reduce its exposure to US sanctions and strengthen its influence abroad. How the world is reacting. China's aggressive move has forced others to respond. United States, the dollar remains the world's reserve currency, used in about 80% of global trade. The US doesn't want to lose that dominance. But Washington is moving slowly. The Federal Reserve has been researching a digital dollar with MIT under Project Hamilton. At the same time, FedNow, launched in 2023, already provides instant payments domestically. Still, political debates over privacy and government control make a US CBDC controversial. Europe, the European Central Bank doesn't want to fall behind. The digital euro is in preparation, with a decision expected by 2026. If approved, it could serve 340 million Europeans and create a counterweight to both the dollar and the yuan. Emerging markets, countries like India and Brazil are accelerating pilots too. India tested a digital rupee in late 2022, and Brazil plans to roll out its digital real by 2024-2025. These nations see CBDCs as tools for efficiency and financial inclusion, but also as a way to avoid dependence on Western systems like SWIFT. This shows the contrast. While China moves fast with real-world trials, the US and Europe are cautious, and emerging economies see an opportunity to leap forward. The stakes of the race. Why does it matter who wins? Let's take three key dimensions: global trade and the dollar's role. Right now, if a company in Africa wants to buy machinery from China, the payment almost always goes through US dollars and international banks. With a digital yuan, trade could bypass the dollar entirely, moving directly from one central bank ledger to another. Sanctions and politics. The US uses the dollar system to enforce sanctions. But if China builds an alternative payment network powered by the digital yuan, sanctioned countries could trade without touching dollars. That's why many analysts see CBDCs not just as money but as tools of geopolitical strategy. Technology standards. Just as the US shaped the internet and mobile networks, whoever defines CBDC standards could shape how money moves globally. Will it be open, interoperable, and democratic, or fragmented and controlled by a few powers? Concerns and resistance. Of course, the CBDC race isn't only about innovation. There are serious concerns. Surveillance. In China, critics warn that the digital yuan could give the government X-ray vision into personal spending habits. In democracies, this fear makes adoption much slower. Privacy versus convenience. Europeans demand strict privacy safeguards. Americans fear Big Brother scenarios where the state sees every payment. Trust and adoption. Even in China, where pilots are massive, adoption isn't guaranteed. Many people still prefer Alipay and WeChat Pay, which are deeply integrated into daily life. Here's the bottom line. The digital yuan is the world's most advanced CBDC, and it's forcing every other major economy to respond. The US is defending the dollar, Europe is preparing the euro, and emerging markets are jumping in. The stakes are nothing less than who controls the future of money in a digital world. But here's the big question: what happens to banks if central banks start issuing money directly to citizens? Will they lose deposits, or find new roles in the financial system? That's exactly what we'll explore in our next episode. Banks and CBDCs, disruption, risk, or opportunity? Stay tuned, subscribe now and join the journey.